Hi, my name is Nicole, and this is the Schacht House podcast. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I am so excited to chat with you. I have a couple of fun things to show you. Let's dive in. First, I have two finished objects to show you. First, I'll show you my Oslo hat. Surprise, surprise, I made another Oslo hat. This is my fifth. Is this my fifth? So I made 3 for me and 2 for my boys. Oh my gosh, this is my fifth. This is my 4th one this year. I have a brown one I made this year, this one, and then I made one for each of my boys. And then I made an orange one last year, which is right over here, but it's too far for me to reach. I'm hoping this all looks good. I don't have my glasses on or my contacts in, so I can't see anything. But I looked at it before I sat down and I feel like it looked good. But I used the Duchess sock and the Duchess Surrey from Red Stack Fibers in the colorway Water Avens for this hat. This is the Oslo hat by Petite Knit. Now I bought the Oslo hat mohair edition pattern, which is no longer available. And I don't know if I'm able to like re-download the Oslo hat pattern because she combined them into one pattern. And I don't know if I'm able to re-download that. I need to go look in my Ravelry messages, but I just had it saved to my files, so that's the one that I still use. I think it's the same as the Oslo hat, but I'm not 100% sure. But I did do the Oslo hat mohair edition for this one, which is no longer available on Ravelry. But like I said, I think the Oslo hat is the same thing. So I'll put that down in the bio so you guys can find it. The other finished object that I have is my storm sweater, guys. I finished it. I have a couple more ends that I need to weave in, but I've already worn it. I blocked it. The neck is a little, like where I did the bind off, the neck is a little tight. It kind of hurts coming off of my head, but once it's on, it feels very comfortable. It's just like a high neck. I think I need to do something about this bind off. That will come. I'm not doing that right now. I have other things I want to focus on. And right now I can get it on, I can get it off, and it feels fine while I'm wearing it. So that's the way that it's gonna be. I'm so happy with how this turned out. The cuff was a little odd. The way that I did the bind off for the cuff, or the way that the pattern is written, you had to do 2 double knit rounds before you did the Italian bind off. I'm not quite sure how I liked that. I don't know if I love how that turned out. It's just a little wonky. It's probably my mistake. I've never done a bind off like that, but you can see that the bind off is like a little wonky. Next time I would probably just do the Italian bind off, which is what I did on the bottom ribbing, and I think that looks a lot cleaner to me, if you can even see that. But otherwise, I was in love with everything about this sweater. I loved the texture. I loved the neck ribbing. It's like it's folded over. What would you call that? A folded neck? I don't know. I loved it. I loved everything about working up this pattern, and I love wearing it. I feel like it looks like a 90s dad sweater, which it's like very cozy and it's oversized. I did the size 4. Usually in a petite knit pattern, I do the size 4, which I think is the medium. And it fits so well. The only thing is that neck ribbing. You can see in my shorts too, the difference between blocked and unblocked. Crazy. Before I blocked it, the ribbing on the bottom was really tight. It was all hunched up on my butt. The arms were a little too short, which I was actually kind of worried about because I just knit her pattern and hope for the best. I did not measure the arms at all. I really am like a throw caution to the wind kind of knitter, which like if you knew me in other areas of my life, I feel like you'd be surprised. I'm very not like that with other things in my life. But with the knitting, I just find it to be more fun to just see what happens and hope for the best. And you know what? If it doesn't fit, I have so many neighbors and friends that I love that are all different shapes and sizes. It'll fit someone, and maybe someone will want it. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. It ended up being perfect. It's like the perfect oversized fit. It's not like too oversized. I shouldn't say, it's not like massively oversized. I feel like even if I were like a size smaller, I feel like this would fit really well oversized. But anyway, I love it. I think it turned out great. I'm going to wear it a bunch. It's supposed to be cold here this week, so I'm going to be wearing this a lot. I thought about wearing it for this, but I've been doing that 12-3-30 treadmill thing, like the incline to 12, the speed to 3 for 30 minutes. And I'm doing that right after I get finished filming this. So I'm just wearing my athletic clothes right now. All right, that was my finished objects. And now for whips. I only have one whip to share with you. Right now, I am working up the IVT by Petite Knit. Go figure. I was talking to my friend about it, and I was like, you know what? I only knit from one pattern designer. And I feel like maybe that could get boring for my podcast, because both of the things I just showed you is Petite Knit. This is Petite Knit. She is my go-to pattern gal. But for this, I just put in the kind of yarn that I had, the amount that I had, and I put in like tee or something, or tank top tee, whatever. And I just went down and I favorited some that I liked. I picked like 2 or 3 that I really liked. And then I went back and picked my favorite one, and it was a Petite Knit one. I can't help it. I like her vibe. So that is what I'm knitting. I am using the Wanderluck Fibers. Oh gosh, I can't remember what the base is called. Oh, I have it right here. Look at that. So this is Wanderluck Fibers. I got this from DFW. And it doesn't say where they're located. It doesn't look like. I feel like they said they were somewhere in Texas, but I'm not 100% sure. But this is their linen luxe base. It's 50% alpaca, 25% linen, 25% silk. And it's in the colorway Into the Woods. I have 200 grams of this. That's all it says that I need. Again, I'm making the size 4, the medium. It says that on the pattern that all I need is 200 grams. So that is what I have. We shall see. Right now, I'm working on the short rows. You can see where, I don't know, it's going to be hard to show on here. It's like shorter over here than it is over here. It's a little bit longer in the back there. But I'm really looking forward to that. Other than that, we have had a pretty packed schedule. I missed my podcast upload that last week because I was in my kitchen on Monday, which I was planning on recording on Monday and editing Monday evening and posting it Tuesday morning. And Monday mid-morning, I was pulling a Pyrex I was putting a Pyrex back into the fridge, and my son called me, and I turned around to look at him and dropped it. Like, I thought I was setting it on the shelf, and I didn't, and dropped the Pyrex. Glass went everywhere. Long story short, in case there's any queasy folks that are watching, I ended up having to go get stitches in my foot. And it was like a whole day ordeal. I went in the morning, they glued it. That did not work. So I had to go back in the evening and they stitched it up. And everything's fine now. I'm going to get them taken out tomorrow. And yeah, so things are back to normal. But I was how like going to the doctor, even though it wasn't for like a big thing, but just being at the doctor is so draining. I feel like it's so draining. And even like if I'm just taking my kids for a well visit, I feel like I can't do anything else for the rest of that day. And I was at the urgent care. I mean, in total, I was probably there for like 3 hours on Monday, and I was just I wanted to take a shower and watch TV and knit. That's all I wanted to do. We started baseball again. This past Saturday was our first practice. Both of my boys are playing, and we'll see how that goes. My youngest, he is 4. He doesn't, like, none of the kids really know what's going on. They're all just kind of like running around, going crazy. And Saturday morning, we were at the field from 9:30 until 1 p.m. And today, they both have practice at the same time, but they have practice at different fields, which is not ideal. My youngest practice got canceled because of the weather. All of you Northerners are going to think that we're wimps, but it is supposed to be 41 this evening, and there's a lot of wind right now. I'm trying to think. I think it was like 2 nights ago. The temperature was 37, but it feels like 21 with 35 miles per hour gushes of wind. And that's not, gushes isn't the right word. Oh, what is it? Gusts? Wind gusts? And today it's 41, but it's supposed to be really chilly. The sun hasn't been out. It's actually really nice right now. I opened up my windows because there is sun right now. For the last couple of days, there's been no sun. Sitting at that baseball practice on Saturday was miserable. It was so cold. And I was telling Meredith from MD Maker's Diary that I need to make fingerless mitts or fingerless gloves, whatever it is. I have never really loved that look. That's never been like my favorite thing. We don't need them here typically, or not for very long anyway, but I was so miserable trying to work on my storm sweater on Saturday. I was like, I would have gone faster if I had fingerless mitts. My hands and my fingers were so cold. Which like obviously they're fingerless mitts, but I would just need my fingertips. I would find the ones that are like just the fingertips are out so I could knit. Let's see what else is going on. We've just got our co-op things that I do with the boys for their school. And we've been doing a lot of extracurricular things. This sports thing, if you're a sports mom, let me know. I am so, like, I'm trying, I don't know. I used to play basketball. And when I was in elementary school, we had 1 practice a week. And then whenever we started games, we had 1 game a week. That was how it went. Now we have 2 a week, and it just feels like so much. And then with 2 kids with 2 different times, I don't know. It's just not, I don't know. It's good for them. So I'm trying not to like be too selfish about the time commitment. But then I talk to friends who have like 3 kids and they're in 3 different sports, and they like every day of the week is gone. And that's kind of what my husband and I have been talking about right now. Because on Tuesday mornings, Monday nights, he started a Bible, or he's supposed to start a Bible study. On Tuesday mornings, I have my Bible study. Tuesday nights are my knit nights. Wednesday, once a month, my husband has it's a work, it's not for his work, but it's in relation to his work, like I don't know what you would call it, like a speaking event. And then Thursday nights we have church, and then Saturdays and Sundays are always crazy. So I just feel like, and then like we have commitments throughout the week for their schooling, and it just feels like such a heavy packed schedule. But I think that's kind of normal, I guess. I feel like it's important to not overschedule children, but I also think that sports can be very important. I don't think it's like the end all be all. I don't think you have to enroll your children in sports, but they do teach like a lot of really great lessons. So I don't know. We've been going so back and forth. My oldest told me that if he didn't end up on the same team that he was on last year, that he didn't want to play. So I'm like, well, do you like the sport or do you like your team? Because if you like your team, we can set up some play dates. But if you don't care about the sport, we can do something else. He said that next season he wants to do golf instead, which I don't really know what that looks like. I don't know how much of a time commitment golf is. I don't know if that's like a once a week kind of thing or a come as you want to kind of thing, like you pay per class or something. I don't know. So we'll have to look into that. I know there was a guy in our neighborhood that was offering private lessons for your schedule, like just whenever you wanted to go. And he was offering it for children as well. So that's something to think about. And that is pretty much it. I think my husband has some work events coming up, and our next travel isn't until April. So other than just like normal weekly commitments, we've got a pretty chill schedule coming up. I'm hoping to finish this by April. I'm being really, let me see, February, March, really by the end of April. I'm giving myself a lot of time, but it is a fingering weight garment, so we shall see. This is 438 yards for 100 grams. Would that be considered light fingering weight? I don't know, but we shall see. This is another one of those things that I'm just like kind of hoping it works out. I feel like Petite Knit, the pattern designer for Petite Knit and myself, I feel like we have a similar gauge because all of my things end up working out from her. I gauged a couple of items whenever I first started, but after that, I stopped because I was always right on gauge. But I know obviously your yarn plays a little bit of a role in that, and I have no idea if my yarn is similar to her yarn or not. So we shall see, but I really love this yarn. It is a very, very luxurious yarn. It is very soft. It's so pleasing to work with. I was frustrated at first because I cast this on 3 times. The first time I cast it on, I did my cast on way, way too tight. So it was really frustrating knitting into the cast on. The stitches kept splitting. You can see it's, let me see. It looks like 3-ply. It's a 3-ply and it's pretty, I just hit the mic, sorry. They're pretty defined plies and it just kept splitting every time I stuck my needle in. So I was getting frustrated, but once I cast it on again and did a looser cast on, it's been a dream to work with. We went and saw Zootopia last night. We had a couple of friends that were going to the movie theater with their kids, so they asked if we wanted to join. That was fun. It was a nice cold day activity. Tonight we have baseball practice, but one of our son's practices already got canceled. Oh, I already said that due to weather, so we're kind of hoping the other one gets canceled too. We shall see. And let me show you my mug that I'm drinking out of. This is the fig mug that I got from DFW. I can't remember the name of her business. She has a stamp on the bottom that says Rachel. Her Instagram is Mojito Maven, I'm pretty sure. I'll tag her down below too, so you can go check out her stuff. It is gorgeous. And I asked her if she was going to be at DFW this year, and she said she is. So I'm excited for that. And I've got a little candle burning back here. This is Sunshine and Sugar. It is a hand-poured soy wax candle. My friend Meredith from MD Maker's Diary gifted this to me. I don't know. I feel like it's too bright for you to see that sticker, so let me read it to you. It is what's it called? Whenever 2 shops get together to do something. You know what I'm talking about. I can't remember the word right now. But it's from Candle Studio 1422 and Craft Me Not Yarn Company, which I'm pretty sure is a yarn shop in Pennsylvania, maybe. Let me go look. Yeah, it's in Pennsylvania. There are just so many cute yarn shops. I just found another one whenever I was searching called Craft Me Not. Craft Me Not, where was that one? There was another one. I don't know where this shop is, but it is so cute. I wish I could find what it was. It's making me log in. But it might not be called Craft Me Not, but it's just on this person's page. There are so many yarn shops that I want to visit. I'm so glad that we have a yarn shop here now. And I thought that having a yarn shop close to home would make me not want to go travel and find other yarn shops, but I was wrong. There are just so many cute areas and yarn shops in the world, and I'd love to go visit them. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to share with you today. I've been chit-chatting for a while now. Let's see, for 20 minutes, which is longer than I was anticipating. But I'm so glad that I got to chat with you guys today. I can't wait to talk to you next week, and let me know down below what you're working on. I love seeing what you guys are working on. It's always good inspiration for me, and I will talk to you next week. Bye guys, have a great week.